Oh,
Welcome to Lawrence and Longbox says the CovrPrice comic book shakers of the week. We were just backstage talking about getting old, and it's no good thing, man. Look at who's back. My man Marky 316 is back. But
no.
in honor of Marky, you know everybody knows Marky's a metalhead, right? So we're gonna find something for him.
Let's give him something good, T.
All right.
Give him something good.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Pimp, when you're ready, your 6 minutes starts now. Check this out.
I like
Marty?
it. I like
Marty's
it a
got
lot.
his lighter up. Okay, so sorry we're running late. You know, normally it's Freestyle Friday,
good.
but so we got to get started right away. So
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump, fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
now it's a shaker show.
Now, very nice, brothers. Very nice.
So Marty, say what's good to people.
What is up? Greetings and salutations and namaste, bitches. Hope you all doing well out there. Geeks, fandoms, everyone. Great to be back on the show as always. You guys stick around. We're going to have a great show for you guys tonight because we got Mr. Marky Mark 316.
Pulled from the depths of the seven hells. Marky, this is like all the people that have been on the show since, you know, Laura and JB on hiatus on vacation is this is the original OG Lords and my Warriors, comic book fanatics, you know, for those who've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They know Marky, and Marky still is an infamy for Fanboy Fight Club with Aquaman versus Namor.
Boy,
Marky, how many good to people?
How many strikes did you get for that video?
Mr. Aquaman right there,
maybe
brother.
we'll have a Marky minute today too. You never know.
Well, you never know. We never know. But oh my God! First of all, hello everybody. Yes, soon as I get out, they pull me back in. Anyway, it's great to see Marty. It's great to see Tim. Great to see you all. And yeah, let's talk some stuff here and everything. It's been a minute. It's great to see
So,
you all.
man, it's shoot,
This
man.
is
It's
like a
so good to
nice
see you,
warm
Marky.
blanket that just
Feels good. Feels
until
good.
Marty starts speaking. So
It's like a bad case of herpes, man. We just keep coming back, man.
yeah. Yep, everything is all calm and smooth until Marky sees a book and just like, like,
Exactly.
all right, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, we're good. All right, this show is sponsored by our
Infamous
friends.
CGC.
Oh,
This show is sponsored by our friends over at Price Guide, CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. The top 10 we do every Tuesday, and this here Shakers list that we do every Thursday live at 6 p.m. Pacific. And you can also catch us live on Rewind on podcast. Alexa, play Lords of the Long Box podcast on Spotify. Trying to hear. All right. Also, our friends from Bird City Comics use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. Happy birthday to Ann from Bird City Comics. Him and Miss Laura were on vacation, so I think his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday,
Happy
Ann.
birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Big shout out. Big shout out. All right, boys and girls. This is the cover price shakers of the week. So I was like leading up to something big. It's like the Marky effect. I'm sorry. This comes from our friends at Cover Price, focusing on the new sales or most interesting sales found on their exclusive daily shakers list. This list changes several times every day, so make sure to check it out every day to review some of the hottest trending books in the market. And we will do that after we go over these 10 carefully curated comics that our friends from Cover Price sent us. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. What do we have in the forward number one?
Oh man, we have Shaker number one, and I cannot believe this. 30 Days of Night number one by IDW, published in 2002.
I think you're going the wrong direction.
Oh, am I? Let's go. Let's go back.
So number one.
The notes, brother. I'm going by the notes. Number one is 30 Days of Nights.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what you got on the notes, Tim.
Yep. Do you want me to go back down? Do you want me to go back down to the bottom, brother? Let's start with let's go with number 10 then. Okay.
No. Hold on.
Oh.
All right.
And Marky comes on the show, just screws
everything
everything
up.
The
whole show. Sorry, all.
Yeah. Can't even get started, man.
Son of a biscuit. All right. Let me send you guys a new notes.
Okay.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Just talk amongst yourselves and play some more music.
You know.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Hello, world. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and it's nice to have Marky back on with us. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, Marky here is. If you guys don't know Marky, you gotta watch some of the old Comic Talk episodes, man, because
embarrassing.
we have got some funny stuff coming at you with that, man. Because
I know Marky goes on a tear sometimes.
Marky does go on a tear, and if you guys don't know, Marky had a little run-in with CGC a while back, man.
And
it was
tiny
not
bit.
pretty.
No,
it was not pretty. But I have to say, it made you very well known within the comic book industry and the community. And
I don't know if that's a good or a bad.
Especially by, I believe it was the president at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Give us a little breakdown of that.
A little breakdown on that. And what happened was when CGC at the time changed their cases, everybody was getting that with the plastic. It was looking like a film or an oil slick. As the
cum stain, the
rainbow
covers.
jizz is what I called it.
Oh yeah.
And I made a couple of videos because I sent these books like back and forth 5 times, and one of them was the first appearance of the Crow. And
JLS actually said JLS in the comments says Marky coined the term rainbow jizz. Yes,
I have to copyright that and take some residuals off that, But anyway, so then the long story short, I complained about it. CGC seen it. They said they didn't like how I was presenting them, and I said, well, I don't like what you're doing on my book. And they banned me from submitting books.
Basically. And how long were you banned for, Marky?
Well, I would say about, I don't know, 2-3 years, and then
Wow.
then Big Apple Con came. I reached out to the person. I said, "Look, I got still these books messed up here. I'm not trying to start a fight with you, but now you see that I'm not the only one complaining about it.
Right.
And
Right.
what do I
Yeah.
need to do to make this right? If you don't want me to deal with you no more, I'll take my business somewhere else. But I figure let me reach out to you." And I talked to Brittany McManus,
Right.
and basically everything got swashed. And
And you meant no ill intent at all.
no,
You
I
were
meant
just kind
no
of
ill
speaking your,
intent.
yeah.
At the time, you just get in, you just get upset,
Sure.
and
Sure.
I took it to next level crazy Marky world,
Well,
and
everybody was having
That
the
you
same
did, my
problem.
yeah,
brother. That
Yeah.
you did.
and
Everybody
that's
was
on,
having the same problem.
and that was on
Right.
me. And basically, long story short, I talked to her. I haven't really submitted directly to them. I just been, dealing with either, going in with the Warriors or something like that, or at a
Sure.
show
Sure.
and dropping it off or whatever. And I haven't
Yeah.
had a problem. And if they're hearing this,
All right, notes are
I
sent, guys.
apologize. Okay.
All right, I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to read through them, or are you just
All
gonna
right.
try read
No,
them? So
let me actually get in. Nothing's come through yet, brother. So give me a second
Yeah,
for the email to come through,
let's see,
and we should be good to go,
925
man.
movies and shakers, and you still got 30 Days of Nights at number 1.
You already got it?
what?
Yeah.
Okay. Got nothing. Nothing came into my end yet.
Hold on. Okay.
But nevertheless, I mean, the show must go on, so we'll definitely keep this going.
This makes no fucking sense.
AG Surfer says Marky Minute, man. I remember that term. The
Marky Minute, the Marky Rant, the Marky Minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I can get away with half the stuff that I said now.
Right. It's a little bit different, man. We're the old, what do we call it? The old geriatrics of the long box now, man.
Bro,
so,
I tell you. Let's just put it this way. You learn from your mistakes and everything. And I gotta say, there was a lot of outpouring from people that I knew from my comic book fanatics and the Warriors and everybody else that I didn't know. And they were like, no, you're right. There's a problem. And then there was the ones that wanted to start crap, of course. But and all I got to say is to say, hey, it is what it is. It's over and done with. But as you can see, I wasn't the only one that was having this issue, and they had many more issues and many more complaints down the road, and I kept my mouth shut. So,
Marky, just to catch me up, man, you were a big Green Lantern fan back in the day, man. Still am. Okay, what are you thinking about the DC universe with the multiverse and everything emerging?
Well,
what do you think as far as the?
It shit the bed right now. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can curse, but it crapped the bed right now. The reboot is happening. I hope they're saying they're still doing the Green Lantern show. I hope they do it right. I will watch it. It sounds to be on par, but we'll see what happens. But as you can see, the films are not doing good. And I'm sorry, I liked that Flash film, and it didn't.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yes, I liked it.
We're ready.
I didn't think it was great, but I liked it.
Are we?
Wouldn't be your Lord show without technical difficulties. So let's get rid of number one. Go on.
Just blame me. Sorry.
Hold on a second. Let me get the notes. Yeah. You sent. Did you send a new set of notes there, Tim? Or is it? Are we starting with the 30 Days of Nights?
Yeah.
We are.
Same notes.
Same notes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Give me 1 second, brother. Get that up on my screen. And we will definitely be rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We're good to go. You ready, Tim?
No, but yeah, let's do it. What do we have for the first shaker of the week?
All right. As I was saying, shaker number 1, we got 30 Days of Nights, number 1 by IDW, published in 2002. 30 Days of Nights was initially written as a comic book in 2002 and was later turned into a reasonable, successful movie starring Josh Hartnett in 2007. During the 30 Days of Darkness, a small group of town folks in Barrow, Alaska, hunker down only to be confronted by evil and hungry vampires. The town sheriff, Eben Ullman, played by Hartnett, would inject himself with vampire blood to kill off the vampires and save the remaining survivors. The cult following for the movies has spawned a prequel and sequel, while the comic series would go on to thrust Steve Niles and Ben Templesmith into the spotlight, and they would eventually be nominated for the Seville Eisner for the sequel 30 Days of Nights. Return to Barrel. Niles' works in the genre would create a renaissance for the modern horror book. It's been over a decade since there has been any new media or comic books for this property. So it was a nice surprise to see a sales this week of graded 9.8 for $750 on 8/20/23. Wow, very recent, which set a record high. This just goes to show that the good horror never dies.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
That's
I know, Mark, you dig horror.
Yeah, no, I seen 30 Days of Nights, and it was a great film. I liked the first one with Josh Hartnett, and yeah, I knew there was this book and everything, but I was just like, I just watched the movie, and I should have picked one up. Now it's if I see it out in the wild, I'll definitely grab it because I'm a definite horror fan. But
that's
yeah,
a beautiful
that's
cover.
great. And it's not just this type of genre of horror. I mean, it's all type of franchise horror films. Like I've been seeing those Chaos Halloween books going up like crazy too, especially when all those reboot movies came out and everything.
Yeah.
So,
the Freddy Krueger books.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Friday 13th books.
Yes.
I mean, everything. Hellraiser books.
The Hellraisers. Yes, those are great books.
I had no idea about the cover of this. I remember 30 Days and Nights, but I remember seeing a different cover for this book. To be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised with it because you know what? I'll tell you what series that I really enjoyed was called The Strain. And it was on FX.
Yes.
And I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, no, I've seen a little bit of it, but it didn't make it. It only got 2 seasons or something like that, right? If I'm
but it was. I thought it was fantastic. It was fantastic. 30 Days and Nights.
Michael J. Not Fox, but Straczynski or whatever. He's the one that wrote that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe for TV. Yeah. So
all
right, let's get right to
man.
Yeah, very dope. All right, number 1 on the list is 30 Days of Night. This is no alphabetical order. It just goes by the whatever they want. So hang in there. All right. Look at this. Perfectly set up for Marty or Marky.
Oh, definitely. I will definitely. Oh, yes. I will definitely take this one. I even own this. No. Yeah, I still have this somewhere. Anyway, this is Shaker number 2. This is the classic Batman 227 from 1970. This iconic Neil Adams cover has been cherished by collectors for 50 plus years now. This book, along with many other Adams classic covers, saw renewal interest after his ultimate passing in April of 2022. Yeah, that was a sad day. While sales in various grades have been fairly steady, there have been a few higher sales that warrant some attention. The heritage sale of a CGC 9.6 copy of this book sold for $8,400. Wow. While recent lower grade copies have continued to slowly climb in price as well. Batman 227 is the type of book that will forever be sought after and have a high demand amongst collectors of all types. Adams is surely missed, and that ain't no lie. But at least we have a plethora of amazing covers and images to remember him by, and that is 100% fact.
So many homage, actually, so many homage covers have been done for that cover as well. Homage.
Homage.
Yeah.
So what is this homage to? Come on, Marky. I'm testing you now.
Oh, frig.
Come on.
Ah,
Don't let the live chat get it before you
Dracula.
did.
Dracula.
No.
No.
It's a DC book.
Dude, I'm running a blank. Take my comic card already.
All right. We'll give you a pass. It's been a long time. Since you've been
Yeah,
live,
y'all,
so.
and like I said, it's been a while. Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. Demon and got the awesome match. It's a DC book. DC book.
Detective 31.
Yes. Detective 31.
The live chat beats you. Boom.
Boom. And I'm not even looking at the latch. Okay, they got it.
All right. Number 2 on the list is Batman number 227 from 1970.
Yeah.
84 Honey in a 9.6.
That's
nice.
That's crazy.
That's
Nice.
good.
That's great. That's great for Adams and yeah.
Dude,
like
a 9.6 from 1970 and this book, all black cover.
Yeah.
That's some time machine shit right there.
That is, brother.
And it's hard to grade this book too because of an all
It's very
black
hard
cover.
because of the black cover. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. You get the black covers and the white covers are just so hard to grade, man, because you can see
That is
the
a great point.
imperfections.
That's a great point. I always tell people on this show, white covers are hard because you can't see the dings on the side, the spine ticks. So what you need to do is use your finger, your thumb, and roll down the side of the spine.
Roll. There you go, brother.
From Uncle Tivo and Uncle Marty. There you go. All right. What do we have for number 3?
Number 3, we have Dark Stalkers.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
God.
God.
My favorite. This is my favorite.
Love that. Wow. That's a beautiful cover, by the way. And we're looking like 3 of them so far has just been horror, So let's go with Dark Stalkers, Morgan issue number 1.
Morgan.
Edgecur, did I say that right? Edgecur from MegaCon.
Why not?
Virgin Limited of 400. Udon Comics, published in 2022. Darkstalkers, Morgan number 1, allures lies only in this compelling narrative, but it is a rarity. This exclusive variant, a treasure from MegaCon and limited to 400 copies, adds an extra layer of prestige to an already sought-after comic. This cover was created by one of Artgerm's directly trained proteges, Edgecur. The irresistible charm of the artwork, story, and variety or rarity have all contributed to a total of 61 raw sales and 29 slab sales recorded. The most recent sales figures reflect the ongoing fascination with this comics. With a CGC graded 9.8 copy fetching an impressive $369, the previous high sale price was from May of this year, when a 9.8 sold for a $229. With its unique history, captivating artwork, and the allure of rarity, this issue presents an opportunity to own a piece of limited edition masterpiece. Love it. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It is. I dig it. You know what? I was Darkstalkers, Morgan, number 1, the Ikichor MegaCon Virgin. That's a mouthful. Limited to 400 Udon Comics. $369 for a 9.8. I always thought, I understand, I know there was a Darkstalkers video game, but I was like, why isn't there an anime for it?
Yeah. I could see the art germ in this too, man. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Definitely.
But,
yeah,
definitely.
Face.
And beautiful cover. Yeah, I mean, and once again, like I was saying earlier, man, we're staying on the kind of the role of, I don't know if it's October coming up here soon, or the fact that once again, we talked about from the last episode we had, man, was the horror comics coming into play. But I don't know, maybe it's a combination of both.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we have next. Is it a horror book?
Almost.
Yes, I would say so.
I would definitely agree it is.
Yeah, it's sort of the horror genre. Yeah.
Doom. Oh my. See, I never knew about this. Believe it or not. Now I'm mad. I can't believe I didn't get that. Anyway, Shaker number 4, Doom number 1, the giveaway version. I love giveaways. I'm telling you right now, if you have a giveaway book given to you, keep it. You never know. Seriously. They're free. You ain't paying for it. Just store it away. Anyway, Doom number 1, giveaway version. GT Interactive Software from January 1st, 1996. As we often mention, we love video game comics. Nostalgia and rarity of the core drivers for this niche comic collecting group. However, this is a niche that is rapidly expanding with the supply that can't match demand. This is all driven by nostalgia for the video game systems we grew up with. Yeah, that's true. I've been seeing that lately.
Yeah.
Whether it's an NES, an N64, a Dreamcast, etc., etc., etc. This boom in gaming collecting is definitely bleeding into the comics world as hard to find first appearances are seeking significant sales. Take this issue of Doom #1, Knee Drop in the Dead, which sold today raw for a new overall high of $509 for a near mint raw. Wow. If you can recall, this was a poorly received and ignored comic book in 1996 that was slowly gaining popularity in the Doom fan community. This solo issue features 2 covers, a standard and the giveaway convention version. No one knows which convention it was handed out at, yet
What?
sources have previously cited that the Electronic Entertainment Expo in 1996 in LA. To distinguish the two, the most notable difference is the issue number. The giveaway version has a slanted italic number, while the standard version is normal. We have tracked 17 copies of the standard edition, but only 3 of this giveaway. It is a rare sight and will only continue to increase over time. Wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Nice.
So
That was a
Doom number-
mouthful.
Yeah, Doom #1, the giveaway version, GT Interactive Software, 1996.
Wow.
$509 for a near mint raw. I think this checks the box for both horror and video game.
And if no one thinks this is horror, try playing this game with headphones on in the dark.
Bro,
and just
bro,
going
bro.
through
It was definitely a horror game.
The
Oh, yeah.
hallways, man. Is this
Demons-
used to scare the
demons-
crap out of me, man. when I
Demons
used to
coming
play
at
this.
you, you got to shoot them
Yeah.
and everything. I'm surprised, like I said, with the video game boom around that time, I would not be surprised if you see Duke Nukem comics coming up. I love Duke Nukem. I just wish
Duke
he would have.
Nukem, I remember them.
That
Yeah.
game was awesome back then.
Well, that brings us to our next segment, which is things TiVo watch that you should or should not watch, which is the Doom movie that came out. Which
with The
is
Rock.
With the rock
awful.
in it, yeah.
The only saving grace in it is like a 5-minute segment where they
Yes.
go first-person shooter.
The
That
first
was it.
person
Right,
shooter
exactly.
scene.
That
Yes.
was the
Yeah.
only
Yep.
positive about it. That's the only
This
thing
is
that
back
brought
in
me
the
back
days
to the
when
game.
video game adaptations were just whack.
Not that
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
Not that
They
good.
were just whack, man.
And I
All
just
right.
want to, I just really quick, I just want to say my nephew is a video game collector and he's been searching out video game type of books. He's been trying to find the Sly Cooper ones. Those are even tough to find. Anything
Yeah.
video game related back in the day, yeah, if you see it out in the wild, just grab it, even if you didn't like the game.
Is there a Wolfenstein 3D comic?
That I don't know. I wouldn't be
that's-
surprised if it was.
Wolfenstein.
I
That's
remember
the
that
first-person
guy.
shooter. Yeah, that's the
That,
first.
yeah, that thing was great too. My
Yeah,
God.
that came
my
out,
God.
and then Doom came out, and then the industry just
It
changed
flooded.
forever.
Right. Yeah,
It
exactly.
changed forever. All right,
I
Doom
used to
number
play
one.
Wolfenstein on a Commodore 64. That's how old it was, brother.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah.
played on a PC. You surf.
PC.
What the hell, man?
PC.
Right.
Ah,
Okay. What
Commodore.
we got next?
All right, what do we have for next? Hey!
Oh,
no,
my
but it is
goodness.
video game.
Oh,
Yeah,
All right, I'm out of
second
this
number
realm.
5 is Dragon Ball #1, limited to 5,000 by Viz Media, published in 2003. This one is a treat. We've covered various Dragon Ball titles in the past, to the earliest Z version. The premiere issue and even the original appearance in the weekly Shonen Jump number 51, but this goes around. Well, here for the first time on CovrPrice, we are pleased to see the debut of the manga edition of Akira Toriyama's legendary Dragon Ball Z series. Dragon Ball series in exclusive limited edition holofoil graphic novel format. This highly sought after publication compromises a whopping 192 pages, giving fans and avid readers alike the chance to delve deeper into the universe of Dragon Ball like never before. For those unfamiliar with the story, Dragon Ball is an adventurous tale that revolves around the life of a young and determined Goku. His quest to save the realm takes him on a dangerous journey across the world, where he embarks on a mission to locate 7 mystical Dragon Balls. The narrative follows his exploits and eventually leads up to a future saga of Dragon Ball Z. We are excited to announce that this week's edition has made its first sale on our site at a remarkable $1,300 for a raw copy, making it a valuable addition to any collector's library. Wow. $1,300, guys. 13.
Yeah, so that's another trend too, is video game books.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the past, nobody gave a shit about,
No.
But now it's like, these young collectors and everything. Which leads me to my next segment, things to watch that you should watch. Because it's manga or it's anime related, is Castlevania on Netflix. It is so
Castlevania.
Yes. You're
Okay.
right.
Is that manga? Is that manga?
No, it started as a video game.
Okay.
But they made an anime of it for Netflix.
Yes. It's on Netflix. Yep.
And it is
I was never
world-building.
into the whole anime manga type of genre, man, to be honest with you. Kind of surprises me with this, as far as the Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball Z. But it's interesting. Newer collectors, like you said, Tim, newer collectors, what the younger collectors are going for, what they like. It's bringing back whatever games that we used to play.
Yep. And threw away. And
now going out and trying to find them and paying more than what it's worth.
Forget about it. All right, number 5 on the list, Dragon Ball #1, limited to 5,000. Seems like a lot, but still hard to find.
Yeah.
All right, we have for number 6.
Oh, right up my alley.
Another horror and video game. What's What's going on here?
I see
a trend. I see a trend.
I'm seeing a trend too, brother.
I remember this game when it came out. I was like, I couldn't play it for crap because the puzzles always screwed me up, but I just liked watching the story.
I like
Resident Evil. Okay, shaker number 6, Resident Evil #1 from Image Comics from 1998. Beyond its gripping narrative, Resident Evil #1 holds the distinction of featuring the first professional interior art of the acclaimed Lee. Oh, I'm gonna mess up this name. Bermejo.
Lee
Bermejo. Oh boy, I'm gonna mess this up. All right. A true maestro of dark visuals, the first of 5-issue run. This book encapsulates the fear of pulses through the veins of the iconic video game series. Ain't that the truth? This game was scary as hell when it came out. It is a haunting reminder of the immense horrors that have captivated generations. A low print run has contributed to the rarity, showcasing only 27 recorded sales. Wow. The most recent being a high value of $460 for a 9.4 CGC slab. There's only have been one other recorded slab sale, a CGC 7.5 for $60. Whoa, that guy got a steal. The legacy of Lee, oh God, Bermejo. Oh God, I'm sorry, Lee. He'll never sign a book.
Let's try
Bermejo. He's the one that did the covers for your DC books, man.
I just call him Lee. I can't pronounce the last name anyway. Thank you. Sorry, Lee. Artwork for the eerie atmosphere of Resident Evil endured, ensuring that this issue remains an unforgettable presence in the comic book realm. And ain't that the truth? This game was very popular.
I'm more impressed.
Wait, Marty. Before you get to that, we have a kind of a tradition on here when somebody butchers names. So Marty,
no.
You get the honors.
Herb Irvlinger, Bert Herngave, Irv Herblinger, Bing Livehanger, Livelink, Bert Herkern, Bingo Lingfucker.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
I love it, man. I love it.
Amazing.
Bingo Lingfucker.
I was going good until that name came out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Go ahead, Marty.
I'm just saying,
What?
when
I'm
this
sorry,
game
Marky.
came out, it was such a huge hit because everybody wanted to see someone complete it because it was a long, long puzzle game. And you literally had to spend hours and saving and puzzling this, that, get through this level. And then the movies came out. Now, I know a lot of
Mhm.
people don't with the movies and the games and everything. I enjoyed the films. They were fun. I'm not saying that they're the greatest friggin' films, but they made a lot of money overseas.
They
So you
did. They
can't
did. But
really deny this
Marky, I'll tell you what.
popularity.
I was what I was gonna say was, I was actually more impressed with the CGC type of cartoons. I guess
Mhm.
you would animation, as opposed to the movies. I really enjoyed the
They're good.
animations. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were so much better,
Mhm.
personally.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is a magazine too, so it's really hard to grade. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very low to find a good quality copy too. Well, I'll keep my eye out for this one too.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, number 6 on the list, Resident Evil #1 from Image, 1998. See, top sale 460 bones and a CDC 9.4. All right, what do we have next? Could it be horror or video game?
Oh man, we have
Oh,
Shaker #7, Savage Dragon #250, unreleased sketch variant, image, and published in 2020. Eric Larson's Savage Dragon has been in print since 1993 and is now closing in on a 270 issues. This is an important fest for an independent creator, and it also shows that Savage Dragon, while no Spawn, has a strong fan base and eagerly awaits new issues. Within the past 3 or 4 years, back issues of lower printed Savage Dragon issues have been aftermarket price increases as many realize how hard some of these issues are actually hard to find. One such lower printed book is the sketch variant to issue 250. There are only 250 copies printed and was set to be released at an upcoming convention in 2020. The COVID pandemic certainly changed those plans, and the variant was never truly released. Copies have gotten out here and there and have seen a lot of buyers' interest. A new high for a raw copy this week in the amount of $500 shows that this book and many other SD books have demand and is one title to pay attention to. Will SD issue post number 150 have a similar rise to a later printed Spawn book? Interesting. Very, very interesting.
so unreleased sketch variant. What does that even mean? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like
It's
if it's
kinda
unreleased.
Yeah, I mean, if it was unreleased, well, obviously it got released. So how can you
Yeah,
call it an
and it was
unreleased?
there's a price on it and everything. Like on Tuesday
Yeah.
show, Marty and I were
Yeah.
talking about comics that get destroyed or whatever. And I think sometimes
Print
it's
errors.
just it's
Yeah.
just the hype to say unreleased sketch variant to get people to buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
Do you remember that cover by DC? It was a while back,
Yes.
and it was the one with Batgirl and the Joker behind her, and there was a
Mhm.
big old issue
I don't know. Did that actually
with
get
that,
released?
and
Did that sneak out?
no, it never got released. It never got
Okay.
released, but it was one of those most talked about covers. Was the Joker behind Batgirl almost looked
Yes.
as though, and then they had discussed how she looked like she was being raped, and it
Or
was
just
bad
being
for,
tortured,
yeah,
scared for her
right,
life. And
right,
I'm like,
right.
did anybody read that arc when Joker
Hmm.
shot her? That's the reason for the
of
cover.
course not.
Of
Yeah.
course not. No, they
Yeah.
just went on the picture.
But but there goes an unreleased. It would have been a nice cover.
Now
man,
that's
being,
yeah.
But
I've always said in the show I'm not a big fan of Eric Larson, but I dig this cover.
Yes. No, it's
Yeah,
very
this
nice.
is one of the doper ones. All right, so maybe this needs to do everything black and white, and I like it. I don't know, shit, man.
could be.
All right, number 7 on the list is Savage Dragon number 250, the unreleased sketched variant, which kind of makes me wonder. All right, what do you have next?
Oh, number 8. Okay.
Oh,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
looks
Number
like Robin Hood.
number 31, limited to 1,000 from Mirage Comics from 2015. This is your shaker number 9. Okay. So, as discussed last week, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series Volume 4 was struggling in its return to Mirage Studios by the middle of 2006. Issues number 29 and 30 were published a year apart, and this issue was originally released as an online comic distributed by Peter Lard. Did I get that?
Say it again.
Lard?
Laird.
Laird. Okay, Peter Laird. In October 2000, I'm going to get that video again, am I? 2010. Issue number 32 was printed in 2014 for Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I might actually have that. I got to check my free comics. And fans were clamoring for issue 31 to be printed, which it eventually was, and distributed by Shellback Artworks for Free Comic Book Day in 2015. I might actually have that one too. The last few issues of this series, issues number 29 to 32, were all limited to 1,000 copies and have become quite valuable. Oh, Christ. Shit, I'm getting the video. Lard?
Herb Ervlinger, Bert Herngeiv, Irv Hermlinger, Bing Livehanger, Livelink, Bert Herkern, Bingo Ling Fucker.
Laird.
Laird.
Yes.
Eat a dick on that video. Anyway.
You have to send Marky some Hooked on Phonics over here, brother.
Oh my God. Yeah.
How do you not know Eastman and Laird?
Dude.
It's all right. It's been a long
Laird.
time. We're gonna give you all right.
Laird.
He's
Okay,
rusty.
Laird.
TiVo, he's rusty, brother.
It's been a minute. Released copies of issue number 31 on Mirage's website a few years ago, and some of them include head sketches by Laird. Sales for far and few between, as the last Raw sale came over a year ago for $135. This week's sale of a Raw fine copy for $325 on August the 18th, 2023, smashed all other sales of this book, both raw and graded. The Turtles continue to leave their mark on pop culture with a newly released movie and a series from IEW that is closing in on issue 150. So it's great to see that collectors jumping on these older rare back issues. Yeah, I mean, Turtles are always been, when I was growing up, a big thing. So Turtles are awesome. I love it.
So TMNT number 31 limited to 1,000 in 2015.
1,000.
If you haven't seen the new movie, go check it out, man. The animation style is akin to the first Spider-Verse movie.
Okay.
But it's got its own stilo. Definitely worth checking out. I had a great time with it. So go peep it out, man. Go see Blue Beetle while you're at it. Jeez, come on, man.
And if you haven't seen Ahsoka last night, man, that was
Ahsoka was good.
Oh,
very good,
man.
Very
good. I love it.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I rewatched Rebels and important Clone Wars episodes because you're gonna get so much more from it if you.
I need a cheat sheet of what to watch and what not to watch.
It's all canon.
Watch Rebels.
Canon,
watch Rebels. Okay.
Rebels, and then on Disney Plus they have an Ahsoka showcase, which shows all her important episodes in Clone Wars and in Rebels. But
perfect.
Rebels is definitely worth watching. It starts off a little slow, but man, season 4, oof.
Okay.
Season 4, Ahsoka is season 5 of Rebels is what
I was impressed. They actually showed Ezra as one of those holograms, man.
Yes.
And so you kind of see
no spoilers here, but at the end of Rebels,
okay, no spoilers. I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying at the end of Rebels, Ezra takes Grand Admiral Thrawn and with the Purgle. Not Purgle, which are intergalactic space whales that are able to navigate hyperspace.
And you only see him in the animations too, man.
No, which is dope. You know what is so dope is Dave Filoni is like, all right, I'm gonna do something. So he did Clone Wars, and what he did was he took things from the movies. He took things from the expanded universe. He took things from the comic books. He took things from the novels, and he just put it all together. And before it was expanded universe, and then the new stuff.
Right, the Legends, expanded universe, and then the canons, and the new. Yeah, absolutely, man. So I'm glad where he's going with this, man. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, it's just so dope to see the Rebels characters in live action.
And I love Chopper, man. Chopper, and no spoiler alert, man. But the whole for the tracking device, man. That is so typical Chopper, man. You know.
Tim, can you before we start? I don't. It's been a while, but what is with the little 0-8s, 0-1s? What is this? Are we getting graded on performance on reading these things?
I don't know. People are as we go on, they're telling us if they had this book or not.
Okay.
So they have two of the list, 3 of the list. So definitely an over list so far. I've seen a lot of people with like 2 books, 3 books. So yeah, it kind of started.
Yeah, I think I'm only one out of 7 so far, and I think it was just the Batman. This is the only one
it started organically one time on a CovrPrice top 10 show. People were doing that, and I was like, "Go for it!" And then we kind of dubbed the Shaker Show the Offer List because
that's awesome. That's great. I love the interaction.
10, so
that's awesome interaction. Okay,
all right,
it is
number 8 in the list. Team NT number 31. From 2015 from Mirage. All right, what do you have for number 9? Almost there, Marky. Your torment is about to end.
Gotcha.
Oh, another video game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Shaker number 9, which is Twisted Metal number 2 from DC, published in 1996 by Matt DeVoe. Behold, the absolute rarest video game-based comic. NBC's Peacock streaming service launched a series starring Anthony Mack on July 27th to a well-received audience reception. To obtain a copy, you have to complete a series of highly tough challenges for Twisted Metal 2, which were laid out by Sony's Tips and Tricks magazine. 100 copies of these comics were printed. Yet, due to high difficulties of the challenge and tight deadlines to complete it, only an estimated 50 players won a copy. The remnants were rumored to be given to fans or destroyed. To add to its rarity, it almost depicts one of the New York's trade towers falling 5 years before 9/11. There are 5 copies of the CGC census, with a 2 being 9.6 as the highest graded. Surprisingly, despite trailer drops, San Diego Comic-Con promotions, and the release, only 1 copy hit the market. This week was the only sale around the show, a CBCS 6.5 that sold for a huge $1,396. Wow.
Yeah, so there's a Twisted Metal show on, I don't know what, it's like Peacock or fucking
Peacock.
One of those. Yeah, it's so many goddamn streaming services.
I
my
know.
God.
It's worse than cable.
But people have said good things. I started watching the first episode, but then I didn't finish. So I think I'll give it a try. So
Mark, you got to have this one, Mark, because this is I mean this is up your alley, brother.
I know this. Right. I've played the game and all that stuff. I played the game and stuff and everything. I did not know about the comic. Shame on me again. So but my nephew, I probably would show him this video over the weekend. I said, "Do you know these books?" And he's probably going to pull them all out. I guarantee you.
Well, I mean, Marty and I were talking about it because Marty's kind of been out of the game for a while too. That video game adaptations are also people are looking for them now. When the video game movie or something comes out, people go and see if there was ever a comic, and that's just the way it is.
That's the new. I noticed that Tim is the new collector. That's like what you were saying. Is the niche type of collecting, man.
Well, it started during the pandemic, right? When people are home, and they were like, "What can I do? I'm going to buy comics," and so
and they just took off.
It started with like
cards, everything known to be a collectible demand all went up. There's big hardcore video game collectors. There's grading company now.
Now they're slabbing games.
Slabbing games.
Yeah.
I know. I slabbed a couple already. I slabbed my Friday the 13th game.
Well, here's something near and dear to you, Marky. That I think the next thing would be slabbing records.
Dude, I've seen that.
Nice.
I've seen that, and don't lie. But my thing is, it's like if I slab it, I can't play it again.
That's true.
That's the problem. Now, I would say slabbing a certain record, buy 1 copy to play and 1 copy that you think it might be limited and all that, depending. But yeah, that's the new thing too.
Well, that goes back to comic books too. That goes back to comics, man. You slab it, you can't read it, but But then again, you buy a readable copy or go online.
Yeah, but
and
some of
read
these
it on
records are
digits,
super expensive too.
Super expensive. We're talking like
Yeah.
like
the
pristine-
Beatles,
the
like
Beatles,
Yeah,
Elvis's,
Led
the Who's,
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelins, those first prints, and if you have those sealed, holy hell, they go. Black Sabbath, first
Yeah.
UK print,
Or even older if you have like a
Older.
Elvis record or
Oh my
Billie
God, yeah.
Holiday or something
Yeah.
along those lines. I mean,
and they also that not only do they grade the record, they also will play the record to grade how it sounds and how the
Oh,
condition of the
wow.
vinyl is.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it will tell you this is the play grade on that, and they will also make a digital copy of your
Oh my
actual
goodness.
record on a CD for you.
Yeah, but it still
That
doesn't
is
have the
interesting.
same kind of
That
heart
is
when you
dream-
play it on a record, because
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
But if
The-
you have the right setup, because I've been like Tivo, I talked to you many times about vinyl, and I know a guy that knows a guy, and I've been in that vinyl collecting world. There are people with supreme setups that are $5,000-$6,000
oh
setups,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
and they
Yeah.
make a perfect copy of your vinyl. They don't do any finagling with the sound. They just got high power
Really?
amplifiers and needles and everything. The only thing that they do, there are conditioners, there are things that take out the popping clicks without destroying
But
the
that's
natural sound.
the imperfections are what make it.
You still hear some of it. I mean, if you
Yeah.
crank it all the way and before the song starts, you'll still hear the grooves and all that. You'll still hear that. But I'm telling you, with these needles and with this technology now, man, you hear the punch. You hear perfect clear vocals
Wow.
because they don't. With digital, they brick wall a lot of things, and you can't do that with vinyl, especially
Yeah.
those days.
No,
They
who is
took
this grading
pride.
company? Who is
What's
this
that?
grading company?
Oh, I forgot the goddamn name. I think they actually merged. There were two companies that were doing, and they merged together. Visual Media Company. I can't remember. They just announced it this week. I've been looking into this, and I
Pretty
think
reputable, huh?
IGC also does graded stuff. They grade anything. That company. They're grading cassette tapes for crying out loud.
Yep, that's another
Oh my
thing. Yeah,
God.
That's a
Cassette decks,
huge thing
8
now.
tracks.
8 tracks. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you,
Trying to get that-
lint is going to be worth something one day. And that's going to be graded. I'm telling
Trying to get that fog hat 8 track. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
So, all right,
It-
number
yeah.
9 on the list is Twisted Middle, number 2 for 1996.
Yes.
Here's your chance to get on the board, or is it?
Oh, okay. This is my favorite type of comic, newsstands. If anybody knows me, I love newsstand comics.
God, I should have picked this up when I saw this in a dollar bin.
I'm
man.
telling you. Yeah, I love the die cut cover, but man, I passed over it too, Marty, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Shaker number 10, the last on the list is Wolverine number 50, the newsstand version from Marvel Comics in 1992, the 90s boom, as I like to call it. Here is the best at what he does, and what he does isn't very nice. This recent sale, however, was very nice. A CGC 9.8 sold for $500
Wow,
August
wow.
21st, 2023. For a 90s book? Wow. I'm telling you, newsstands, no joke. This landmark 50th issue is noteworthy for several reasons. The first being a special die cut cover, which I think everybody in America in their comic collection has it, because I know I have a copy. And if you're not familiar for what the die cut means, it's a cover that has been specially cut, punched out, or formed in the exact way. Typically, this lets you see through the thicker outer cover to a secondary inner cover. Wolverine 50 features a die-cut cover that resembles a classified file folder with claw marks leaving an opening in the front. The next interesting aspect of this book is the creative team of Larry Hama and Mark Silvestri. The duo created a pseudo sequel to Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X arc from Marvel Comics Presents. This comic helped to future develop and connect Logan to his troubling Weapon X past. Additionally, it introduces a new character named Shiva. Shiva is a cyborg designed to kill participants of the Weapon X program. Remember that this is the newsstand version of the comic and not the direct market version. Overall, this is a particularly interesting and unique 90s comic with a cool cover gimmick. Wow.
Wow.
So this is one of those books where you have to actually look at the barcode and look at the sequence of numbers to figure out if it's direct stand or newsstand. What we like to do here on this show is, look at the difference in newsstand and direct. So in 1992, let's see. So 1990, only 15% newsstand, 85% direct market. So still a rarity. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's why if you look at the 2000s, look at that 5%, 2%, 1%. That's why that Miles Morales newsstand is so ridiculous, is like just way out there. So you guys got a few minutes to stick around. We're gonna see what's shaking today.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it.
Having fun.
Shaking today as I do a seamless transition over to CovrPrice.com. The show has been anything but seamless, but hey, man.
Hey, Tim, you've been killing it tonight, brother.
No, you've been good.
My face hurts from laughing too much tonight with you, brother.
But hey, man, that's what this is like back in the old days when people had fun.
Goodness.
And nowadays, people
some of the things that Tim were saying offline, man, before we came on this show, man, my face was hurting already before we came on, man.
Like old times,
All right.
we never left.
Here to see what's shaking this week. Damn, I ain't nothing in the top row.
No.
Got that Submariner, all Marvel.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have number Amazing Spider-Man number 9. I have that one.
I have 31.
Daredevil number 1. No. But I actually did get a chance to touch it and get it signed by Stan Lee for a buddy of mine. So does that count?
Nice. But it did make the board on number 2. Look at that.
That Amazing Spider-Man 300. The facsimile came out this week too, man. The foil version and the regular facsimile version came out this week, man. I actually went ahead and ordered it myself, man, just to get that. I have a like a 6 point something of that.
Mexican Spider-Man. I ain't gonna try to
pronounce it. More like Mexican Vampirella, man.
I know, man. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. So
Hombre Arana.
1973.
You forgot this big word.
I'm not even bothered.
Hombre Arana.
El Sobrente Hombre Arana. All right, 7.5 for $2,000.
Boobs.
Raw Dog, 2,500.
2,500. Wow.
I read on. I was going through my feed today, and somebody had posted that foreign editions are making record sales, and we've been talking about it on this show for the longest time now. That people are starting to dig into those. What in the fuck is up with this snowman?
And you know what? There have been some J. Scott Campbell Mexican editions too. That I think I got one of them of the Black Cat.
Books, especially the older books, and they make those international variants covers. Yeah, don't sleep on those.
The German editions, and they have the Canadian versions, and they have the
I have
German
a Turkish
UK
reprint
versions.
I have a Turkish reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15.
Turkish.
Real.
Oh my god.
The newer version. You know how
the newer one?
Yeah,
okay.
But it's Turkish. And I was like, what the hell? I got a bunch of like Master of Kung Fu and Doctor Strange from like France, Italy, and other places,
very interesting story. I was in Paris one time, and I was walking by some of the outside shops and stands and stuff, and they had versions of their typical, I guess, local type of comic books and stuff, but they did have like I wouldn't want to say facsimile, but their versions of our types of comic books, man, that I picked up, here and there, which I thought was interesting. I mean, they don't go for anything, but you never know. I mean, you see them right now.
Well, they will now. So let's take the next one. Strange Adventures number 79 with the Cyclops, fucking Superman,
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh my god.
Damn, look at that.
Evil Frosties. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
1,500 for
1,500.
7.5.
Wow. There
From
are
1957
collectors.
though. I mean, I would,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, that's nothing. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
Any notable, or it's just the frigging cover? It's a great Christmas
No, it's
cover
just
poster.
it's just a higher grade old comics. That's another
Yeah.
trend too. Like
Okay,
if you
okay.
get
Yeah,
Golden
Captain
Age
Marvel.
in the
Yeah.
high grade things.
Speaking
of
about
that
a
nature.
Neil Adams cover,
More like
251
a
Batman, right
it's
there.
historic pickup because it's a good copy. You know,
Yeah.
I'm here to
something
see
from the
Black
past.
Man. What's up with this?
Jeez.
Black Man?
Whoa.
That
What?
Yeah.
Soul Wonder of the World kind of looks like Triathlon Man from
Oh my goodness!
from
Look at
Marvel.
that.
1400
Yeah.
raw, no
What
grade.
year was that?
1970s, right?
1981.
No, 81.
Okay,
81.
Yeah,
okay.
talk about hard to
81, wow.
find. Yo,
Whew.
crazy.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo, always an interesting book, but we love talking horror on this show.
Yeah,
we go.
weird horror. There we go.
Oh,
Fifth,
look at
oh, the
that.
50s non
Pre-code
Man, I
horror.
love those. I love those 50s and
Oh.
60s types of horror books, man.
Pre-code
It-
horror.
pre-code.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love those covers,
They're
man. The
huge
stories
with
were
horror
just,
collectors. They don't care what the story is. The covers that they did for these
yeah.
books.
Not only
are
the
such
stories were like an
classics.
M. Night Shyamalan type of story
Yeah.
line, you know,
And
I'm
they
just
they
like,
hold the test of time too. The artists
yeah.
that did the covers,
yes,
it's amazing,
yes,
man.
yes.
1300 for 8.5. Highest known value was back in 2018, $1,725.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Man, it's too late for me to get into that game.
All right.
I do believe this is Peach Momoko. If I'm wrong, shoot me. Nope. Yep, Peach Momoko.
Yeah, Peach Moko. Okay, yeah.
No heroin. It's like no heroin. What? Issue
No
number 2,
heroin.
Peach Momoko Virgin variant, Virgin metal variant. That's another thing too that's been hot is metal covers because look,
Metal
you can get a 9.9.
Oof.
Facsimile covers, man, too. I mean, I remember when they
It's
first
crazy.
started facsimile covers and back in 2015. Now they're going for such. I mean, if you don't get it right off the shelf, man, they aftermarket. It's like crazy.
Let me
What's
tell
That's
you
going on
one.
with
That's
that?
one. That's one thing I won't agree with. I don't dig.
I don't know
facsimile
Yeah,
covers.
why.
I've seen
I don't
that,
know.
man.
I've
It's just
seen it
wow.
too. I've seen it too, but I think the next couple of months they're finally doing the first ever, was it Green Lantern All American Comics number 16. They're finally doing a facsimile. I damn well
DC.
pre-ordered one. I pre-ordered
Spawn,
that,
look at
and
that
I think
Spawn.
they make a foil one too. I pre-ordered it because that's I'll never own that original book. I'm lucky to even own the 3rd issue from that run. I got
Here we
lucky.
It
go.
reminds me of the old
Boss.
Marvel Tales. Do you remember Marvel
Yes.
Tales when they used to redo the old Spidey
Yes.
covers,
Oh
the
yeah.
Spidey books, and then they came up with Marvel Tales where you can
Mhm.
just go back and read about the old earlier versions of Spidey.
Yeah, here's
and
another one.
everything.
Here's another sleeper book here, and I know
Yep.
the Warriors, especially Eli and everybody, have been talking about this one.
Yep. This is
Don't sleep on it.
Spawn
Beautiful
number
cover.
174. First appearance of Gunslinger Spawn.
Gunslinger. Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
And I've been collecting Gunslinger's new
That's
books
crazy.
now, man. Him and yeah. Beautiful
Isn't that
covers.
the
And
first Capullo
dude,
artwork too?
favorite?
No.
No, that was
favorite. No. Todd McFarlane, man. In he me personally, I think he stands the test of time because from his beginning with Amazing Spider-Man run, man. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I loved his artwork. Fell in love with it when I first
He
saw
did
it. Man.
He did Invasion or what was that? The Alien book on DC where they were was it called Invasion? It may have been called Invasion, and he did the internals for that.
Okay.
Dude, but
Take my word for it.
his
Yeah.
covers now with Spawn, with Scorched, with Gunslinger. Oh my god, man! It's
That
just,
Wonder Woman issue I have.
Yo, I have this.
Me too. I want to get Linda Carter to sign that.
Do you
so
really?
bad.
Do you have that one? I passed that
Yes.
one up, man. I passed that one up.
That's the only reason why I picked it up.
I only
the
got it because
cover
of Linda
had
Carter. Yeah,
Linda Carter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gave it to my
Classic, man.
girlfriend because she's a
Absolute
big Wonder
classic.
Woman fan. But then I saw it in the garage. I saw it in a bin. Like, how dare you?
No,
Speaking
not
of
for,
which,
not for
how big-
nothing. That book picked. Look at that. That's crazy. That's
just like her too.
Oh, it's a great book. I think she actually did
Beautiful
a
work.
signing, but she wanted like $350. They wanted $350 for her signature.
that's
So for
actually
those-
not bad, Marky.
I
Marky,
know,
that's not
I
bad
know,
for,
I know.
For
If
that,
you're really a
for
diehard
her,
fan,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean $315. I mean, look what the other A-list
Oh, the
celebrities are
Batman ones.
acting
The
yeah.
Batman ones with Adam West. And this isn't this cover from, is that an Alex Ross? No, it's not an Alex Ross.
No, I don't think so.
No, he did the Batman ones. He did the Batman 66. Alex Ross did that.
That's a blast from the past right there. You see that in the bottom when
Yes.
one of them would go swimming.
Oh
she
yeah,
had
I
this
remember that.
outfit.
I remember
Yeah.
that episode, man, and when she went down in the whole scuba
Fun
outfit
fact,
and everything like that. Yeah,
she's half Latina.
She's awesome. She still looks friggin' amazing.
Hot.
I
Oh.
could tell when she turns around.
Speaking of hot Latinas, I just want to wish my girlfriend a happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday.
What's her name?
Happy birthday.
Carla.
Carla, happy birthday, Carla.
So during whatever tropical depression Hillary came through.
Oh, right.
We decided to stay at the Disneyland Hotel and Resort.
Get real. Nice.
Yeah, for I stayed there a day because I had to work the next day, but then her daughter came and she was there from when did the hurricane hit? Monday or Sunday? I think it was Monday.
Hey, curiosity, Tim. Over there at Disney in your area, man, how is the Star Wars experience down there, man?
It's good. I mean, my favorite one is the one where they take you through where all the stormtroopers are and everything, and then that one. But it's starting to peter out. I mean, it's not as crowded as it used to be, like, but there's still lines for that one particular ride. But the whole thing, like when my girlfriend said, "Hey, let's go," and I don't really like going to Disneyland, but I said, for Star Wars, fuck yeah. And she was like, I don't recognize any of these characters because they were all like new characters that weren't legacy characters. I think the legacy characters are still back over at the on the Disneyland side, where Star Tours is. What used to be Star Tours, right?
Right.
Yeah, what used to be Star Tours. So
okay.
So happy birthday.
Yeah.
Tim,
I got actually a quick question for you since we're talking about Disneyland. And I'm a big Tron fan. Now, I know they opened the ride in Florida. Are they opening that up in California by you?
No.
They're not. So that's
they're just because Disneyland is so limited in space. So, they really can't do a lot. I mean, they have Tower of Terror with Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. But, people go there for the nostalgia. They go there for the Haunted Mansion. They go there for the original stuff. You know what I'm saying? All the original rides. Like Space Mountain's still a hoot to me. When they turn
Space Mountain rules. I love Space Mountain. They
turned Space Mountain into Star Wars theme, and it was dope. It was like really dope. Yeah, really dope, man. Hey, we always talk about this. This should be a staples in anybody's collection.
I regret selling mine. I really do. I regret selling mine.
I was watching. I think it was. What was that channel?
Wow, that's a 9.9 though.
Yeah,
I have like all four signatures on that.
There you go.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, when they were at the cons and everything. Michael Beale and all of them, and so that was. Here's a question for you guys: Secret Wars number 8, and I know we had talked about it last time, Tim. Coming up, I saw the channel you had mentioned. They were talking about the soft reboot with Marvel and the Secret Wars and everything like that. Very interesting, very very interesting. How do you think it's going to go?
Well, they're going to use predominantly the 2015 Hickman run on Secret Wars, and they're gonna use some of this as well,
nostalgia from it. Just bits and pieces.
Yeah, and I definitely think you're gonna see Black Suit Spidey.
Hell yeah,
there's been rumors too that Garfield and what's his name, McGuire,
McGuire,
because people loved them when they showed up in the Spider-Man film.
I love that film.
Yeah,
that did a great job with that.
Great fun film, man.
Yes, very fun.
We'll see that shit again, man.
DC's rebooting. Marvel's doing a soft reboot. Wow.
I know why that's. I know why that Swamp Thing is there. I know why that's there.
Well, let's look.
It's first time Batman and Swamp Thing met. Number 7.
Oh,
you mean number 4?
See Batman?
That one,
yeah.
There he is.
Oh, nice.
Swamp Thing number 7.
Bernie Wrightson run. Don't sleep on Swamp Thing. They're making a movie.
No,
Yeah, they're doing
don't.
the movie.
And honestly, I love the TV series. They only did
I
one
wish
season,
they
man.
never
But
canceled it.
oh my god,
It
I
was
loved
too
it,
expensive.
man.
That's why.
No,
Yeah,
they
it was too
screwed up.
expensive.
They screwed up with the accounting. They realized that like, how much we're fucking spending to make this shit here. We got to get
You
the hell
have
out of
to
here.
spend money.
But they
to do
did
a
so
Swamp
good.
Thing.
There was such a
Oh.
fan base for it, though, man.
It
I
was
can't believe
such a
they didn't.
good series. They
Yeah,
had
it
it.
was.
And
Look
Yeah,
what
it
happened
was.
when Man Thing showed up on the Werewolf by Night Halloween special.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I thought.
God,
it was
I hope
good,
we get
yeah.
another Halloween special.
I would love to see more of that. I enjoyed that episode very much.
Yeah.
I love the black and white aspect because you can
so good.
you can
so
do
good.
you can do the blood and because you don't have
Yeah.
to show the red and it makes
You know.
and it makes sense. I love it.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer #1. I know you got that one, Tim.
Oh hell yeah!
First Black
Yeah.
Cat, I sold mine.
You know the Clone Wars #1, the first appearance of Ahsoka, man. I prefer the original cover as opposed to that variant cover, man. I like that. I like I like the A cover better, man.
I think my man Nemesis Prime Justin is sitting in like 15 copies of this.
Jesus
No,
Christ,
he's got a whole side wall panel sealed, and
had a
it's
great
covered with
picture.
this whole fucking issue.
Well, he had a great cover.
Talking about this one right here,
picture.
Martin?
Yeah, I love that cover, man. To be honest with you, I like that one a lot better.
Yeah,
man.
it's pretty dope.
It's more detailed. It shows a lot more. It shows
Like kind of a watercolor
Anakin
too.
and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
A lot more. I think it's a much better cover, man.
I have so many trivia questions about Star Wars that I'm gonna drop next week when JB gets
Dude,
back.
let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's drop some trivia, man. Why not? Shit, especially with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah. Hey, and also, I just with everybody in the chat too, I just want to say, hey, thanks for the support up there in the chat, and a lot of people commenting, but most of all, I want to give a shout out to AG Surfer, man. AG, it's been a minute, man.
That's old school, man. AG and his brother,
it's been a
man.
minute. But he's been very active in the chat tonight, man.
Yep.
And
Tat
so,
Comics.
so if you guys have not been to AG Surfers, I don't know if he still has a YouTube channel or not. We used to do some great
Instagram,
content there.
Believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out also to Scott Polachek, who sent me a Spawn figure, which I haven't shown yet, but I really appreciate it. I'm going to show it too. He gave me a Mandarin Spawn because I collect I collect those weird like medieval Spawn, like Samurai Spawn, all the other ones. I didn't have Mandarin Spawn, so Scott was kindly enough to send me an AOK. Remember the good old days of the AOKs?
I remember that. AOKs. Do they not do that anymore, Tim? Have they been like? I don't know.
They do. People do, but not as much.
Okay.
At least I said them.
Dude,
I don't know what I'm doing because I'll tell people on YouTube when I'm doing a show.
With the inner circle of everybody that we know, I've seen AOKs between monks.
Dude, I used to get AOKs from Marky. I used to get from New York guys all the time. Used to get AOKs from them all the time. Matter of fact, I used to send you, Tim.
I used to send you a whole bunch of stuff, and you're saying, "Oh shit, I haven't opened that package up for a month." I'm like, "Thanks a lot, Tim."
Bro, I have opened everything now. I haven't put anything away.
Yeah. I tried to give you anything that you were interested in, or like poster.
No, you said. I think you sent me something.
I sent you Doctor Strange poster giveaways from the theater.
It was always a Doctor Strange. Anytime I saw a Doctor Strange, you didn't have. I was like, okay, hey Tim, do you have this Doctor Strange? Oh no, I don't have it. But give me your address, man. I got you.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and you know what? I don't have Amazing Fantasy 15 So
no. I can't help you out that one.
Hold on. Let me break it out here. Okay.
Maybe we can get enough revenue from the channel, man. Maybe we can afford all.
You know how old I was when I first held an Amazing Fantasy 15 Raw?
How old?
When?
I was in 5th grade.
That far back.
5th grade.
Did you realize what you had at the time?
I was a comic sensei of mine who taught me how to collect. He was like a freshman in high school. I said, I want to get into comics. And he goes, sit down, young Padawan. This is what you need to know.
Nice.
Don't just buy everything. He goes, there's certain things. There's key first appearances. There's first issues, and there's certain runs, and that's what turned me on to John Byrne. I was on a huge John Byrne kick after that. I was like, Alpha Flight, Fantastic Four, everything.
Right.
And then, and I bought comics from him. he's like, come on by, digging through my short box or long box, and I was like buying stuff, and I was like, is this gonna be good? Oh yeah, you should get that, so it's a man thing number one. I was like, okay. I mean, this is so early in my collecting. What I would say collecting, I wasn't buying comics. I started collecting in the 5th grade because he told me what to look out for. And, I forgot his name, but shout out to you for setting me on this course.
To be a Padawan of somebody who allows you to hold Amazing Fantasy number 15. That is
he goes,
true
you're
master
not going to see this
Jedi,
too
man.
often. You're not going to see this too often. He goes,
Wow.
this is the first ever appearance of Spider-Man. And it was like in a bag and board. And I said, can I hold it? He goes,
right.
Here you go. I was like, oh, I was like,
oh my God, man.
That brings back a memory that I have. A family friend, my dad, we used to go over this guy's house. He had kids my age and everything. And one day we're in the playroom or whatever. I think I was, I don't know, 8, 9. Comic books. I mean, they weren't in the greatest condition. They were in the cardboard box, and they had some rips and tears, but just
before bags and boards, right?
No bags and boards.
No bags and boards, yeah.
A lot of Marvel stuff, DC, and the one comic that stood out to me because it was the oldest that he had, Green Lantern number 10, number 10. And I was like, wow, what is this guy? And I started reading it, and that's how I became a Green Lantern fan. Okay. When I seen that, and I asked him, who is this character? And he explained to me who he is and what he does. The next weekend, I said, take me to a comic book store, Dad. I want to get some Green Lantern books. And I started buying the older issues, the Silver Age ones, because at that time, they were only like a couple of dollars, like you would normally pay for a book now. Right. Literally, I got Sinestro's first appearance for $15.
Wow. Even then, $15 was kind of like big price.
That was like 2 months worth of allowance for me.
So fun fact for me, when I was that age, because he got me into reading What If. Mm-hmm. So What If number 1 was my first Grail when I was in elementary school.
Nice.
What If number 1? That's why you asked me, because when I showed my copy of What If number 1 one time, you were like, hey, do you want to sell that? And I'm like, that's kind of strange for you to ask for that What If, but now it comes around. Now I understand why you.
It's nostalgia buys for me. I meant,
yeah.
Here's the big announcement for the day. I'm retired. I've retired.
What?
Why? Not from YouTube. No, I've retired from buying new comics because
Okay.
It's overwhelming. It
is overwhelming. It can be overwhelming.
I'm with you, Tim. I don't buy that much anymore. I think the latest thing I'm buying right now is the Riddler, because I enjoyed the Riddler year 1, because I enjoyed the Batman film, the Matt Reeves Batman, and I like that Paul Dano is doing the book. And I got hooked on, because it's horror, the Night Terrors, the DC event that they're doing. But I'm only buying the main one. I ain't buying the side stories. I ain't buying this. And of course, you all know I love the deceased stuff or the Injustice stuff. I bought those. Those are done.
Injustice is. We talked about Injustice like 8 years ago, Mark.
Right, here's the thing, though. You have to detach emotion from your collection. Right?
Yes.
When you have a bunch of stuff, and at one point you just come to the point where I have maybe 2 long boxes of stuff I haven't read yet. What the fuck am I doing? And it's just like, it's just utterly ridiculous. Maybe I'll miss out on something, but I don't care. I don't have FOMO anymore. You have to get over that emotional hurdle.
I agree. And let me share a little something. If you guys knew me back in when, the highlights of Comic Book Fanatics and, Comic Talk and everything, I was collecting everything. But now I've kind of narrowed my collection down to just Batman and Star Wars, and even my comic book collecting has been narrowed down to just mainly Batman and Star Wars, statue collecting, figures collecting. Yeah.
It got to a point because I felt like they were rolling out too many storylines, too many reboots. And then when they did get something interesting, like I still say the new 52 run of Justice League was fucking great. I love that run. It was a great story, great artwork. It's not there anymore. You may get 1 or 2 books. I'm sorry. Some of the stories suck. and the artwork is horrible in these books. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about DC.
Hey, leave it to Marky to always drop the honesty down, man.
By Jack Daniels.
The Marky Minute. Here we go again.
No. I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm just saying, but now I'm only picking up whatever interests me, like horror books are coming out. If they're telling me like a new Halloween series is coming up, I'm automatically getting it. I don't care if it sucks or whatever. I'm going to get that.
I'll go to my LCS every couple of weeks, but you know what I do? I buy wall books. That's what I do.
There you go.
Oh, I still look. If I see a deal, I'm definitely going to grab a key or a mid key or whatever.
And just to drop a little experience to a lot of the new collectors out there, if you're collecting just everything under the world right now, it's going to get to a point where you're just going to narrow your collection down.
You're going to get stuck with a lot of this stuff because a lot of it is
you're going to get
hype.
stuck with a lot of stuff you don't love, and you get it because you just want it and you just think it's a hype. It's going to get to a point where you're just going to be, you know what? Hey, I understand where I'm going with this. Find something you love. Find something you're really, really passionate about and stick to that as always. Don't get caught up into the hype. Don't get caught up into a lot of what everything everybody's getting just because it's on the trend now. And that is something that if I can give to you guys as a little bit of knowledge from somebody that's collected for pretty much all my life, then just find your passion. Find your passion and stick with that passion.
Yeah, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Get the
I'm just gonna collect My Little Ponies from now on.
There you go.
Yeah,
Call me Brony Vo. You know what I'm saying?
Brony.
We're running a little bit late, but we started late. Mark, any last words, brother?
Oh man, all the last words is one. It's great to see you, Tim, and definitely Marty. It's definitely good to see you again, brother. You too, and everybody else out there, and of course, the New York Warrior, my friends, my brothers. They're still.
What happened to them?
They're still doing. No, they're doing auctions. They do auctions on Fridays and all that, and then E does some little videos he uploads here and there. Yeah, everybody is working and whatever and doing things, so they do auctions every Friday. So check them out. Check it out, and they have.
I was on their show a couple weeks ago, Tim. I was on their show for auction about 2-3 weeks ago, man. Before I came on your show.
Yeah, and also
maybe
check
I should show up. I need some shit to sell, but I'm horrible at shipping books. I got to ship, and I was like, fuck. I just lay down in the puddle of my, I just lay down in my office and just like. That's the same thing with like organizing. I'm like, all right, everything is gonna be alphabetized by publisher, blah blah blah. First appearance, and 5 minutes in, I just fall down on my back and lay down like.
You must have a diagnosis of ADHD, brother, because that's typical for that.
Or just laziness, I think. One or two.
So there's.
I gotta get TV in my office so I have some background playing. So while I'm doing it, I think it will be the thing. All right, Sunday, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start organizing my shit. I started. I put in a 21 book submission to CGC right for San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah.
Oof.
All modern, like modern tier at least.
Modern tier.
Yeah. So we shall see. Marky, any last words, brother?
Last words. Great being with you all, and as always, just I'm happy to talk to you all again. That was great. I
like
enjoyed
a warm blanket having the old.
I enjoyed
together.
this. This is great.
It warms the cackles of
Check
my
out
heart.
the New York Warriors and also Joker's FOC videos with him and Josh Grav. So there you go.
All right, Marty, any last words?
Nostalgia, brother. Nostalgia. Absolutely, man. It is so great to see everyone. Marky, oh my God, you warm my heart, brother. And it is just absolutely wonderful, man. What a great night. I love this.
Definitely.
It brings me.
I needed this.
Brings me back. It definitely.
Before we leave, I just want to bring up the NY Warriors episode, the Comic Talk episode.
Okay.
Where there was like 10 people in there, there's a bunch of NY Warriors, and then I popped in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, what's up, homies? Blah, blah, blah. And then somebody popped out for a particular reason. Do you remember who that was?
I'm wondering.
I know who.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That I think that was almost
somebody
episode.
Who looks directly into the sun and deals and
no,
collects
we're
coins.
not going there. We're not.
Now he's going way back now, Marky. He's going way back with that.
Yeah.
way back with that stuff.
I forgot his name already.
I'll
Jesus.
post it. I'll post it.
I don't
check
need
Comic
to
Book
see him.
Fanatics Facebook page, and
He's still
I'll
around.
post it.
Yeah, I know he's still around, and his
Yeah.
voice really is weird. But people on live chat are like, "What are you guys talking about? If you were around back in 2016,
Yeah.
2017, put it this way: just look up Mylar versus Polypack Wars, and
Oh
that'll
my
tell you the
God.
entire story right there.
There was
man.
some
my
crazy
goodness.
shit back then to argue about.
There was some
versus-
crazy stuff
that,
back then,
That was
brother.
some stupid
Wow.
ass stuff.
You know
I
what,
know.
Marky?
I know.
It hasn't gone away.
Oh, of course not. It's gotten worse if you ask me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
There's
the
so
community
many
is bigger.
stupid things.
What was it, TiVo? Was it you that made that video of laying in bed with me and then him? And it was just,
No,
What the
It
no,
was
that
like-
was
it
TiVo.
was-
That was. I think that was
some-
one of the Warrior guys or something.
was it one of
like
the
that.
Warriors?
It was a
almost
graphic.
like
It was a
just-
graphic. It was a picture.
It was a graphic, and it was just almost. Oh my god!
It was creepy
dude.
as hell.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
I do not
It was
want to hear
absolutely
about
terrible.
You
that.
don't want to
That's
know
stuff of
about it.
nightmares.
That's for a special show.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
when things started factioning off, and then on
Oh,
Instagram, I was like, thought it was it, and there's factions off. But you know what? Lords don't stoop to the level of the servants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Touche on that word. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Tuesday for the Cover Price Top 10. Until next time, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?